Hi everyone, this is a notes video for Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Slope. We're going to do the vocabulary startup first. The term slope is used to describe the steepness of a straight line. So slope is the ratio of the rise or vertical change to the run horizontal change. Remember that we use m to represent slope. And m is equal to rise over run. Let's complete the graphic organizer for slope. So I think this word means the steepness of the line. How is this concept related to other math concepts? Right now, I'm making a connection to constant rate of change from the previous lesson. I'm also making a connection to similar triangles. Where have I heard this word in my life? Some of you might have heard the word slope if you've ever gone skiing. And I know that I've mentioned the math term slope during 4th hour. What makes this an important word for me to know? This will be essential moving forward in math when we're looking at linear equations. Real world link. A ride at an amusement park rises 8 feet every horizontal change of 2 feet. How can you determine the slope of the ride? I'm taking a look at the word rise, and it rises 8 feet for every horizontal change of 2 feet. So if I view slope as rise over run, my rise is 8 over my run of 2, then my slope would be 4. So when I'm determining the slope of a ride, I'm looking at the rise over the run, and I'm looking at that ratio of change. So let's find slope using a graph or table. Slope is a rate of change. It can be positive slanting upward or negative slanting downward. So slope is equal to my rise over my run. We're going to define rise as a vertical change between any 2 points, and we'll define run as a horizontal change between the same 2 points. So if I pick any 2 points, it would be the vertical over horizontal change from those points on the line. For example 1, it says find the slope of the treadmill. I'm looking at my rise over my run, 10 over 48. 10 over 48 is simplified to 5 over 24. Now let's try the got it problem. A hiking trail rises 6 feet for every horizontal change of 100 feet. What is the slope of the hiking trail? I'm looking for a rise over a run. So if hiking trail rises 6 feet over my horizontal change of 100 feet, which I'll call my run. So far my rise over my run is 6 over 100. Now I need to simplify that. 6 and 100 both have a factor of 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 100 divided by 2 is 50. So it'd be 3 over 50 would be my slope. So 3 over 50 is the slope of my hiking trail. Example 2 says, the graph shows the cost of muffins at a bake sale. It says find the slope of the line. So choose the 2 points on the line. The vertical change is 2 units and the horizontal change is 1 unit. So slope is rise over run. That's how I'm going to define slope. And looking at the 2 points on the line, so let me change colors because that is blue. This point is 2, 4, and this point is 3, 6. So the change, the rise from this point to this point is 2 units. And from this point to this point, the run is 1 unit. So I would put 2 over 1. So the slope of the line is 2 over 1, or just 2. Example 3. The table shows the number of pages Garrett has left to read after a certain number of minutes. The points lie on a line. Find the slope of the line. Choose any 2 points from the table to find the changes in the x and y values. It looks like they picked 9 and 3 and 12 and 1. So the y would be the change the vertical change. So it would be 12 minus 9, or 9 minus 12, is equal to negative 3. And then 3 minus 1 would equal to 2. So it's negative 3 over 2 would be the slope. And then you're able to check your answer by substituting back in negative 3 over 2. All right, now we're going to do the got it's, B and C. It says find the slope of each line. So looking at B, we're trying to find the rise over the run, and it's pretty easy to see that the rise is 3, and then over, so the run would be 4. So it would be 3 over 4. So B is 3 over 4, and I'm going to set that equal to m, because that'll help us later when we move on to y equals mx plus b format. For C, we're going to choose any 2 points and find the change in x versus the y values. So let's just pick the first 2. If I have negative 2 minus a negative 1, that's going to be negative 2 plus 1, over negative 6 minus a negative 2, which is plus 2. So negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1, and negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4, which would just be 1 over 4, because a negative over a negative is a positive. So the slope for C is 1/4, and I'm going to set that one equal to m as well. Now we're going to be talking about slope formula. So when I was in school, they called this point slope form, and it was really hard for me to remember. So I'm going to try to simplify it as much as possible. Remember, when you pick any 2 points, it doesn't matter which one is the x1, y1, as long as you know which one is which. So if I'm saying that these ones are the 2s and these ones are the 1s, then I have to make sure that they go on the correct spot over here. If I say that these ones are the 2s and these ones are the 1s, then I have to make sure those go in the correct spot as well. So the slope, m, of a line passing through points x1, y1, and x2, y2 is the ratio of the difference in the y-coordinates to the corresponding difference in the x-coordinates. Here's the symbols, and this is the rule where x2 cannot equal x1. It does not matter which point you define, so I was just talking about that as x1, y1 and x2, y2. However, the coordinates of both points must be used in the same order. So remember to keep the same order, but as far as like the 1s and the 2s, it doesn't matter as much as long as you keep them in the same order. So that's important. Okay, for the last example in our notes, it's showing us that we need to find the line that passes through R1, 2 and S, negative 4, 3. So the blue would be the rise. So the blue would be the y coordinates, and the reds would be the x coordinates. Remember that when we write coordinates, it's x, y. So the reds are the x's and the blues are the y's. So they chose 3 minus 2 over negative 4 minus 1. They simplified this to 1 over negative 5, which is the same as negative 1/5. Now let's try D and E. Okay, so for D, I have point A, 2, 2, and B, 5, 3. So I want to remember that my x, y is the order for my coordinates. And I have to basically take my y's. So this 2 and this 3. So I'm going to do 3 minus 2. Then I have to do 5 minus 2 to keep them in the same order. So that's going to be my slope. M is equal to 3 minus 2 over 5 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. So my slope for D would be 1/3. For E, I'm going to write my point slope form. M equals my change in y over my change in x. So my y coordinates are here. So I have to take -4 minus a -2. And I'm going to keep that in the same order. So now I have to start with the -7. -7 minus a -3. And I'm going to chop and create those to be positive. So it'd be -4 plus 2, which is -2. And then -7 plus 3, which is -4. So m equals -2 over -4, which simplifies to 1/2 positive. So for E, m equals positive 1/2. So that concludes the notes video for Chapter 3, Lesson 2. If number 4, D and E were confusing, make sure to watch the math help videos that I'll be posting from Khan Academy.